let's talk about Swale, Keypoint and Keyline, which are three different concepts. And there is confusion between these three concepts. The three concepts are related to water and the way water flow on a hill, for example. So we'll first talk about swale. What is the purpose of a swale? How to create a swale, and what is the way to do that. So you see here a hill, and a swale will be a trench we will do following the same altitude. And imagine we zoom, what we do, we dig, and we do that, and we create a trench at the same altitude, etc. So what will happen? Imagine it's a hill, you have dug the trench like that, and very importantly at the same height, meaning that there is no declination, and when the water is falling, the water will, and falling from the top, the water will accumulate into the swale here. Okay, if it's well done, it should not run here. Okay, so the water accumulates here, and over time will infiltrate the soil and rehydrate the soil. If there is not this swale, what will happen? The water will flow on the bottom, and usually with strong rain will remove the top layer with all the fertility, and then you will have an eroded land with little vegetation. So the swale will serve to that, will serve in storing the water, capturing the water, so that the water will remain here and over time will infiltrate the subsoil. That's the swale. Okay, so importantly, it has to be at the same level over the sea, so that the water does not flow in that direction or that direction. That's very important. We'll talk about the key point. Some reminders, vocabulary. We have what is here. It's a convex shape, meaning it's like that. Okay, the hill is forming really this shape. Concave is like this. And the transition between this convex shape curve and this concave one here in the middle, and the transition point is the key point. Why is the key point important? It's in terms of storing water. We'll see that. Now let's consider, I have the money available or the resource available to do a dam of this size. Let's say it's 5 meters high, 40 meters long. I want to make a dam to capture the water. So the rainwater which is going from the top will go there, and there will be a wall dam to keep this water. If my key point is here, and I put this dam up the key point, okay, here, and if I put water, you can see that the quantity of water which is stored here, I don't know if you see well, is quite low. There's not a lot of water accumulating here. Why? Because the angle between the dam and the hill is really sharp. So this volume which is here is really sharp. It's small. Now if I put underneath the key point, I'll put it here, you can see that the water which will go in it is much bigger, a lot of water. Okay, and it's logical because with a low declination, you can imagine that you have a much larger volume of water. Meaning that once you have identified the key point, then you will put your dam a bit below the key point, and with the same, let's say, amount of effort or money or resources to build this dam, you will have a much bigger, larger volume of water. And this water you can use then, and you can put your house here, for example, and your garden here, and use this water to both for the house and for the garden. If you put your house here, you have no way to keep water, to store a good quantity of water. The same here. So in permaculture, usually the key point is very important to identify where to put the dam, where to put the storage, water storage, and therefore the house to take advantage of this water storage by gravity. Now let's talk about keylines. Keylines is not so much about storing water, it's more about the water dynamic when it's raining. What is the behavior of the rain, of the water which is falling on the soil. If you have a shape like this, it's not exactly round, you can see it like that, it's a bit oblong like that. What will happen when the rain is coming here, it will choose the shorter way down, meaning the water will not go that direction. Most of the water will go that direction because it's the most sharp direction, with the most the slope, the sharper slope will go there. Okay, so let's see that most of the water, you can see very little will go on that direction. Everything will go here or here. It will go either this side or this side. And if you have a lot of water, a lot of rain, what will happen is that even if you do a swale, a lot of water will have an effect so that the water will go over the swale because it's full, and will go there and will not go there because it's too quick. The dynamic of the flow make the water go that direction. So the idea of the key line is not to make a swale which is horizontal to the same level, but to give more like a kind of direction, so it will go more down when it goes to that sharper part of the hill. So when the water goes down like this, dynamically part of the water will go over and part will go on that direction and will hydrate this part of the hill, which otherwise would be keeping dry because the water will go mostly on that direction. So usually key lines are not as big as swale, are more like small trench, so that dynamically there is a distribution of water on the part of the hill which are usually avoided by the flow of water in this direction. If you look at it, the water will go that direction, and because the key line is going down like that, a bit down, some of the water will follow this direction, following the slope down, and rehydrate that part of the hill. Okay, which when it's raining, naturally is not hydrated. That's mainly the difference between Keyline and Swale. In this example, we have an even more speaking example of how the flow of water is going through. When rain will fall here, rain will not go there on the branch of the hills like this. What water will do? Water will directly go there, and the shortest way to down, okay, and will increase erosion there. So the question is, for example, if you are in a country with very little rainfall, for example, for 1 month, 2 months per year, and you want to reforest, I'm not sure that key lines, this idea of rehydrating that there, is the best solution. Because if you have only 2 months of rain, what you want to do, you want to focus where the humidity stands. Meaning, you want to focus here. Because you know that here you will have the most humidity, because all water will be there. And then maybe start to reforest on that areas here, and start to stretch vegetation, starting from that area, because you are more insurance that reforestation will take place, and then you can stretch. And over time, of course, you can help the situation with a swale to keep the water here more, and to stop the water so it doesn't go down, stay well there, so to help this vegetation here. And then after you can start to go on the branches of the hill here and here.